other premiers spoke passionately about the lack of adequate retirement income at the Council of Federations meeting in Regina last week. It's an issue of great concern to Ontario, home to the Canadian auto industry, which was hit hard by the economic downturn. It's an issue for the self-employed who do not have access to an occupational pension plan, and women who tend to earn less and do more part-time work. It's an issue for the Nova Scotia Federation of Labour, which has called for a pan-Canadian summit on pensions. The maximum CPP retirement pension at age 65 is under $11,000. Even with the old age supplement and the guaranteed income supplement, the maximum amount is still less than $16,000, or just above the poverty line. I'll be frank, this is woefully inadequate. For this province in particular, retirement income is an issue that demands attention and action. The CPP is a secure and well-understood system of support which offers the benefits of portability and low administrative costs. I urge Jack Layton and his caucus to continue their strong fight in Ottawa for pension reforms. Your leadership on this issue is critical to ensuring that Canadians are able to age with dignity. And while national leadership is required, provinces must also act. I, along with the country's other premiers, directed finance ministers to report on possible options for pension reform by the end of the year. We also called on the federal government to host a national summit on retirement income. Right now, Nova Scotia, I want to emphasize how important I believe that the national summit on pensions is to populations of all of our provinces. Right now, Nova Scotia is one of the most fossil fuel dependent provinces in Canada. My friends, that is about to change. We believe the environment and the economy can thrive together. Nova Scotia has a plan to become one of the cleanest and greenest and most economically sustainable environments in the world by 2020. Nova Scotia now uses about 14% more energy than it did in 1990. As a result, our greenhouse gas emissions have also risen. It is essential that we level off our energy consumption. The challenge is to do this while allowing our economy to grow. Energy efficiency and conservation are the best tools at our disposal. Projects that reduce energy consumption serve Nova Scotia's economic and environmental goals in three ways. They save money, they save energy, and they curb greenhouse gas production. Here in Nova Scotia, about 75% of our electricity comes from burning coal. The province's Climate Change Action Plan establishes increasingly stringent limits on the amount of GHG and air pollutants that can be emitted. In fact, Nova Scotia has some of the most aggressive targets for greenhouse gas emission reductions in the country. But that's not enough for this government. We are going even further. In our first 60 days, we have established ambitious targets. I am proud to report that just today my government put in place the first hard caps on greenhouse gas emissions and air pollutants in the country. jurisdiction, going to the UN Conference on Climate Change in Copenhagen that has moved beyond words to action. This announcement follows on the heels of the new government's commitment on July 28th to aggressive new targets for renewable energy. By 2015, 25% of Nova Scotia's energy will be supplied by renewable energy. We will achieve that target in part by focusing on the ways to increase the number of community and small-scale renewable energy projects across the province. Now, under this government, Nova Scotians will benefit with more stable energy prices, a healthier environment, and a more prosperous economy. These are ambitious goals to get Nova Scotia off carbon. These are examples that New Democrats across the country can be proud to point to. Maintaining jobs, enhancing pensions, and improving the environment are just 3 examples of the vision this government has to make life better for Nova Scotians and their families. My friends, those of you who have heard me speak before have heard me say that the seats in the legislature do not belong to political parties. They belong to the people. Our job as a party is to show that we've listened to Nova Scotians and to Canadians, and we've acted on their concerns. By doing this, we place ourselves in a position to win. We do not assume that we will win, but we are prepared to win in the event that the people turn their eyes to us to offer an alternative. In this province, in 1999, the NDP suffered a difficult setback. We lost almost half our seats. We managed to hold on to official opposition status when a judge decided the winner of the seat in Shelburne by drawing a name from a hat. It's true. From there, we chose to focus on the things that mattered most to Nova Scotians. The seniors in long-term care who were being forced to sell everything they owned pay for health care, to changes to the Labour Standards Code to allow for leaves to attend to serious family matters, to taking the HST off of home heat a necessity. That singular focus on the politics of what matters most to people led us to today. A day when I can stand in front of you as the Premier of this great province, a day when I can report that we've taken action on the environment, the economy, and on seniors' poverty, just to name a few. A day where, as Premier, I can urge you, my federal colleagues, to continue your fight for the things that matter most to Canadians. My friends, many of you have worked very hard in our most recent election or in elections past to help us achieve this historical breakthrough in this province. Our victory was your victory, and I want to thank all of you.